What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Chuck here, up uh, $451 on the day. It has been a while since I've done a video. It Life has just got in the way of doing that. It's not because I didn't have material to do a video. It's just life. But today was a decent trading day. I actually was pretty red yesterday. I lost about $1,000, but I was happy to get some of that back. I'm up about 62% on the year right now, so trading has done me well. So let's get into some of the trades. So out of the gate, nothing really, well, let me take that back. Out of the gate, my computer was just having some issues where I was. I wasn't on my home computer, I was at a different computer, and it just was not a good way to start the open. So I was a little late to the game. But anyway, I got in VSR. Let's actually get over to where it was at 9:45. So the reason why I got in this one, it was just a 5 minute candle over candle. This one had some news come out 2 days ago, and this is what I'm calling a noob trade. Okay, so they had a PR come out that said they won a 1 billion or $900 million award contract. Well, it was very misleading how they put out the PR. They did not win a $900 million contract. They did not. This is a $19 million company market cap, and that's after the pop. Okay, so it was a $9 million company just 3 days ago. So anyway, the PR comes out, and it's a noob trap. It's a retail, non-experienced investor trap. They put this PR out. What it really is they are a subcontractor of the main guy that got a $900 million contract. So yes, a bigger company, a much bigger company, got a $900 million company contract, and these guys, VSR, are subcontractors of that award. Here's the kicker: there's 11 other companies that are also subcontractors for that award, and there's no guarantee that VSR will get a dime of that award. So they're just subcontractors right now. They'll probably do as much work as they can. I think it's building something. I can't even remember what the news release was. And it'll probably do the company good, but they aren't going to get anywhere near 900 million. They're probably not even going to get anywhere 100 million or 50 million. So anyway, but the reason I say it's a noob investment is because all these people that don't know what they're doing bought into the hype, and you know they popped it up. Yesterday was consolidation day. Then we have it breaking out on a daily. Okay, so now regular day traders are going to see this. They don't care what the news is. They just see candle over candle in the daily break in previous day's high. They'll get in it too. So it's pumped up today. Anyway, all that being said, I played the 5 minute candle here. When I got in right here, I got in at 191, looking for the break of two. It did not come very quickly at all, actually. Got to pop up, and then you can see this next candle right here. Pop right back down, and then right back down again. And I sold for a 3 cent loss right here. Well, as soon as I did that, I got the move I was looking for to break two and beyond. But, got to play it safe because I knew this news is not legit, and it could have easily just tanked all the way back down. I mean, there will be bag holders on this thing. But I was trying to get a quick scalp, maybe a $2 break. Didn't happen. So I cut it loose and regrouped. And I got my second entry at 9:52 inside this 5 minute candle right here. We finally got the proper break this time of the candle over candle. And this is the play I was looking for. Got in right here. You can see the volume. You can see other people were playing it. This was actually a chat room play as well. We were all watching it. Got the break. As we're breaking $2, I sold and made that loss back. So that's about a 9 cent win, and this was a 3 cent loss. So basically 6 cents altogether on these trades on 4,000 shares, 200 and some odd dollars. Not a bad start today. All right, so VSR was my next play. So we played this 5 minute candle over candle. We let it run. We let it pull back, and now I played the second 5 minute candle over candle. And you can see it right here on the 1 minute chart right inside here. So I got in at 202. We broke the previous candle's high. 203 was the high I got in right as we're looking to break it. It popped up to 208 and it did not move. After it breaks that candle over candle in the 5, I want to see it break high of day. Well, it stalled out real quick and I just scalped it. I took a 2-cent win on it, 4,000 shares, $80, and was happy with that. Moved on. So after we had this 5-minute candle over candle that just didn't pan out, I decided to look for a short play and thinking maybe, okay, maybe people will get that this news is not legit. Like this should not have doubled in 2 days. This stock price should not have doubled in 2 days. So I went for candle under candle and I shorted it as we were breaking $2, and I went short at $2 and got a kind of a quick drop. But again, you got to realize these are like noob investors that are buying this stuff, so they'll just wildly throw their money around. And it didn't collapse like it should have, so I just scalped it, covered half at 97 and basically half at even. So basically 2,000 shares for a positive transaction of 2 cents, $40. You know, it didn't move fast enough to the downside. There's still too many stupid buyers around here, so took my win, moved on. FLXN, this one was a news play. News came out that they are potentially going to be bought out. In the mid 30s, I believe it was, for about $1 billion. This market cap currently, before the move, it was like maybe 600 million, and the potential buyout would put this in the 30s, $30 a share range, and it was from a legit source. So that's why you see this huge move from like 1950 all the way to 20. I think the high was $28, an $8 move today. That's a huge move for the stock. So but then there was news circulating that it was false news, that one of the companies in the deal came out and said the news isn't true, and that's when I went short. And I went short at 25.15, right, let's see, where is it? Right inside this candle. And you can see, got a quick drop, but it popped right back up. Like, where am I? Let's see, 46. Yeah, so I missed I missed a good exit, but I did end up exiting over here. We got another spike down, and I exited for basically 13-cent win on 1,000 shares, $150 or $130. And I was really noticing that every time, I mean, the news came out that it was circulating through both my news sources and chat rooms were seeing it as well, that it was false news. That was the news that was circulating at this time frame right here. That's why you can kind of see these big selling dips, right? But now that the news was out that it was false, you didn't see this move down here, which means the market doesn't believe that the news was false, and it held its ground. So this kind of scared me right here when I didn't see it collapse quickly. Like, I didn't see it drop $3 quick. So that kind of scared me. So I was looking to cover quickly, and I'm glad I did on my only other opportunity right in here in this candle, because as soon as I covered, it took off and went high a day, and just went up, 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 up. So when you're listening to these news sources, they're only reporting what they know and hear immediately. The market is the final judge, jury, and verdict. They will tell you what they think of that news. And in this situation, the market was saying, yeah, we hear that it's fake. We hear that rumor that it's fake, but we don't believe it. We actually think this is a legit deal, and hence the price stayed up here. I mean, if the market really thought this deal, or the rumor, the notes that were circulating around the trading desk, that it was false, it would have collapsed hard. It would have collapsed back down in the low 20s easily, but it didn't. And you just really got to watch these things. You can't hear this news and think it's 100% truth all the time. You got to take it with a grain of salt, and you got to take what the market gives you. If a stock doesn't do what you think it's going to do, like in this situation, I thought it was going to drop quickly. It did not do that, so I bailed and got out, and I was right. ROSG was my next trade. This one I played because it is a former runner. The stock does like to make big moves whenever there's news or whatever. News comes out, they got a patent in Europe for one of their things, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's patent news, which is not strong news at all. I usually would short any kind of pop. Well, at this time, I got in before the pop happened. So I decided to go long on this news, and let's see, it's inside this candle right here. I got in at um, 425 right here. Quick jump to 440, and I'm trying this whole time to get out on the ask, and no one would take my buy. So finally, I had to bail, and I actually lost 5 cents on the trade. Very disappointing because I nailed it right. I was up quite a bit on this, and I just couldn't get an exit. No market maker would take my order, and nobody would buy my ask price. And the bid never moved up enough for me to just dump on the bid. So I ended up getting a 5 cent loss, which I was okay with because it did end up flushing down. You guys got to know these patent news is, whenever there's patent news, like a company wins a patent, or they apply for a patent and they're granted a patent. Well, that's nothing major. Any Joe Schmo can get a patent, but it will pop stocks usually briefly, and they usually do sell off. That's the trend with patent news. Just a little FYI there. So I played FLXN again. This was as you can see the 1 minute chart here, kind of you know, a, a pretty big line here that it broke under. So I was thinking that it was going to pop up, test that level, and then come back down, and maybe we'll get that breakdown through the VWAP. You can see here on the 5 minute, even better, popped up, and then I went candle under candle, and that was my entry. So I went short 26.50 at 222 right here. I got it right. We got a dip. I couldn't get I couldn't cover. I was down. I was up like 150 bucks, right? I couldn't get a proper cover, so finally it popped right back up, and I covered it 26.50, dead even. Lost $10 of commissions on the trade, but I had the right thing. I just couldn't get the proper cover. I really thought, we would get down to this level again, 26, maybe test that. Didn't happen. Pop right back up. ROSG, this one, again, I decided to go short on it. Like I said, it was patent news, and I was more than happy to short patent news. 1430, you can see it, we had this move down, spike up, and then kind of descending volume on the 5 minute, and the price is still going up. So that's a bearish sign. It's deviating from, we have a deviation here. Volume's declining, prices going up. That's definitely bearish. So I saw that, decided to go short. I went short. Let's see, the time frame was, 1430 right here. Went short here, as you can kind of see. We're kind of rounding out. It's not going anywhere. It's not going back up. Went short at 419. I kind of got a little worried because it wasn't breaking this VWAP fast enough, and I covered half on this spike, so for a 4 cent loss, and then finally we got that break through the VWAP, and I covered my remaining shares at 415. So I lost 4 cents there, and I gained 6 cents here. So, or 4 cents. What is that? Oh, yeah, 4 cents. So overall, the trade was basically dead even. I was right on it though, because as you can see, as soon as we broke that VWAP, huge drop in price, went all the way down to 391. If I would have held on it for one more minute, I would have hit that. But I didn't like. Again, this was noobs trading, and this is the kind of thing that they could push this thing crazy. So this was news coming out that was refreshed. I think the original news for this particular subject was March 16th, and it's just being refreshed and circulated, so people are jumping on the train, blah blah blah. So I had the right idea, didn't hold it long enough, and basically break even on that one. So GLBS, the daily chart for this was decent. I think it retraced a little too much, to be honest. This one, Trade Exchange, one of my new sources that I use, put out kind of an alert, watch over, I think it was 5:15 or something like that. And then Luke in the Jason Bond Picks chat room that I'm in, he decided to go long in it because he has Trade Exchange as well. He went long, which means that whole group went long. So I went long at the same time. I got in at 5:03, knowing that the Jason Bond chat room went long, and Trade Exchange also was saying if this goes over 5:15, it's a buy. It's a buy signal. So two two things going in my favor if I decided to go long. So um, I went long with all that in mind. As you can see, the volume coming in here. This is the Jason Bond picks buy right here. Luke and that crew. Um, 503 got the quick pop up. I sold half at 510, the other half at 509. I hadn't killed it today, otherwise I would have held it longer because GLBS is a stock that likes to move, and especially this is the first candle over candle day we had. So a lot of things going for GLBS, and I certainly would have held longer had I had more of a cushion on the day, which I just did not have, and I'm still trying to, you know, yes, like I said, yesterday was a $1,000 loss day, so I need to play tight and I need to keep my wins, and you know, slowly but surely, my goal is not today to make $1,000. My goal today is just to try to be green, but you know, I can only take what the market gives me. So as you can see, we hit 542, and we're still currently above the price that I sold at, but that's hindsight's 2020, as the saying goes. So those are my trades. As always, a link is down in the description below for all the chat rooms that I use, all the news sources that I use, and I highly recommend them. You have to have those things to day trade as a little fish, as I would say. We are little fish in this humongous trillion-dollar, multi-trillion-dollar market, and when a bunch of fish school together, there's strength in numbers, and that's the only way to make a living in my opinion, make a living in doing this out there is just strength in numbers. So, and hey, one thing I just didn't think about that someone I was talking to the other night brought up is it's all tax deductible. Like your subscription to these chat rooms or news sources, they are all tax deductible. Just like if you bought a computer for day trading, you can write that off. The subscription fees that you pay for these chat rooms or these news sources or whatever, it's a tax write-off. If you were to pay money for a charting service that gives you charts, um, that is a tax write-off. So look at it that way. It's not like you're just losing money. There are tax write-offs there. So keep that in mind as you sign up for these services. They make me money every single day that I am green. It's usually because of these chat rooms and just getting in these trades with hundreds and hundreds, sometimes thousands of other traders. So that's all for now. If you have any questions, again, you can find me on StockTwits or Twitter at StockJockAT. You can also find me on Google Hangouts under the email address stockjockat@gmail.com. All right, take care.